Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Dank, and today we're going to talk about the Davinci IQ. So Davinci Vaporizers manufactures this vape, and if you don't want to watch the whole thing, I'll save you some time. This thing fucking rocks. This was my favorite vaporizer of 2017. The size is fantastic, the price point's fantastic. It's got removable battery. They thought of everything with this thing. That's right. What if you got to stir it? It's got a stir stick built into it. It's conduction heating. The flavor is just amazing, and I can't recommend this thing enough. I'll definitely be vaping a bowl out of it. I'll walk you guys through how to use it. I love this thing. I love it. It's got two different mouthpieces that you could use. It's got this one, which is got like a tip at the end of it, and it's got a flush one. I tend to use this one more. I don't know, I just like it better. Cleaning's very easy to do on this. Actually, I take it back. It's got 3 points that you need to clean, and if you do that, this thing will run smooth and flawlessly. Right underneath here, right underneath the mouthpiece, you got to clean that. You got to clean the flavor tube, the flavor chamber, and then the bowl itself is another one you got to clean. But you do those three things routinely, this vape will never fail you. And if it does, just send it in. It's got a warranty to it. So one thing that sets this vape apart from all the other ones I've tried, I've got about 12, 13 vaporizers, is this, the flavor chamber. And believe it or not, it's not a gimmick. It actually does give you flavor. You could open the lid for this thing, and you could put lavender in there, you could put tea in there. Just don't keep it in there too long. I found that after one or two sessions, it kind of loses the flavor to it, and it gets kind of gunky and full of tar. So just throw some lavender in there, throw some weed in there, and enjoy. One thing you got to be careful of, don't grind it too fine when you put stuff in that flavor chamber, because you'll get like these Scooby snacks just shooting into your mouth. So just take like a full lavender bulb and jam it in there. Take some weed nugs and throw those nugs in there. And when you're done, you don't really want to put it in a grinder because it will be covered in the reclaim. You just want to break it up with your finger and maybe roll a joint with it, put it in a pipe. Just give it that special je ne sais quoi to it. You know, freebie. It's like a dividend of owning this badass vaporizer. So I put about anywhere between 50 to 80 hours in 2017 with this thing. I've taken it snowboarding to several different places. I took it to Mammoth. I took it to Big Bear, Mount High. I took it to San Francisco on a road trip. I took it to San Diego. This thing's just awesome. I take it hiking. I take it to the mall. I take it to Target. It's just, and you could use it in public, and no one even bats an eye. As long as you're not standing directly next to someone or blowing it into like a kid's face. I've never had anyone say anything about it. I just stand in a corner somewhere and I'm hitting this. They're just like, look at that guy. He's got one of those e-cigarette things. Nah, no one's the wiser. Also, these dupe tubes, game changer. You go home, you grind your weed, get one of these, put it in your pocket. Who's better than you? All you gotta do, pop open the top. They're smell proof. This is how easy it is to load these. Boom. That's it. You're done. It loaded it. How effortlessly was that? And another thing I'll say is the chamber, the bowl for this is pretty freaking deep. Let's see. I like to do kind of a loose pack for this. If you've used the packs you like pack the shit out of it. I don't really like doing that. I like doing a looser one with less. I like having the airflow for this. It's such a nice vape that I kind of really want to taste the weed. And if it gets a little too tight, if I pack a big enough bowl, I'll kind of go in there with the stir stick and just jiggle it around to basically ensure that the airflow is going to be moving. I know that Davinci has several spacers available if you don't feel like, because the bowl is pretty big, if you don't feel like vaping big bowls and you want to, conserve your weed or stretch it out and you just want a quick snap here and there, they have these two kinds of spacers. One of them it's like this little marble ball that you drop in there. Another one, it's kind of the new and improved spacer, it's It's a glass cylindrical shape with holes poked through it, so it doesn't affect your airflow, yet it makes the chamber smaller. It's genius. They thought of everything, I'm telling you. Another nifty feature for this is the way that the bowl is shaped. It's kind of got like a funnel shape to it that kind of pushes everything into it. Genius. It literally works. It's very functional to it. So you want to give it 5 clicks, you'll hear a sound. You might hear a little tick 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 sound to it if dead silent outside. Don't be scared. It just means good things are happening in this. Tick 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 tick. Doesn't bother me. Nothing yet, but you could taste it. You could taste it, and that's... I love this thing. Honestly, if you don't want to have a lot of vaporizers, you just want one vape that'll do everything, this is it. Yeah, you're done. Your search is over. Just get this. So I'm vaping on the 2 setting right now. You could do a precise setting where you do an exact temperature if you want. I just easy peasy. I just do either 2 or I do 3. That's it. Just no muss, no fuss. So you get a little bit of vapor clouds. I'm gonna bump it up a notch. Bam. So you'll get haptic feedback letting you know that it's hit the temperature that you're looking for. It's a fancy way of saying it vibrates. Tastes so good. I wish I could tell you guys how good it tastes. Like, I wish I could blow into the screen and it would just show up on your end and you're like, yeah, he's right, it does taste really good. Wow. Fantastic. It's only going to get better from here, folks. I like to do 1 stir in the middle of the session. I don't like to overdo it. When you do open the bottom part, expect to get some stinky. You will get the smell because you're just exposing it. So if you're inside, your wife, your girlfriend, your mom, someone's in the other room, they don't like the smell, just be careful of that. So let's talk about some cons. I'd say every vape has a pro and con to it. So let's see what I could think of for this one. It will get hot. I will say that the unit itself, after a while, will get hot. Not to the point where you're hot potatoing it. You definitely could hold it, but just, hey, some people may not like that. That guy didn't like it. He's like, I'm out of here. Kind of an optimist though, so this thing gets hot, you're snowboarding, all of a sudden you have a hand warmer. So if I'm not mistaken, the price point's $275 for this vape. It'll do everything you're looking to do. It has a water pipe adapter to it available. It has spacer attachment available. I would suggest buying multiple of these stir sticks. You will lose them. Luckily, I've always found it, but I have lost it about 8 times. And if I had a bunch of them, it kind of would make life a lot easier, especially for how much I use this. I've lost the stir stick more times than I've lost the vape itself. And I lose vapes. I find them, but under a hat, under a couch, under a pillow. It is portable. So just something to be aware of. Davinci also offers a stir stick slash packing tool combination, which is pretty cool. So how that thing works is you just pack the bowl with it, and it's got a stir stick built into that. So I think it's under 10 bucks. So if you want to check that out, you won't be disappointed. I think I'm going to do a PAX 3 and Davinci IQ comparison next. So definitely subscribe so you can see more of these videos. Comment, let me know what you think of it. If you have any questions that I didn't cover inside of the review, I'd be more than happy to follow up. I definitely read all the comments. I love hearing what you guys have to say. So thank you again for tuning in. I hope you have a fantastic day. See you mañana.